Andy Allen.
Mr Deputy Speaker, and unlike the member for North Belfast, during that time I only first entered this Assembly in September 2015. I wasn't involved in the long and protracted conversations around welfare reform, but I would place on record, as a constituency MLA who sees first-hand, like many members around this chamber, the effects of welfare reform on many of my constituents, place on record my thanks to those members who came together. And I do know that it was a difficult time. There were many disagreements, there were many long hours to try to come together with this mitigation package that we ended up having. I'm not going to rehearse all the arguments around the housing crisis that Northern Ireland faces. It's well documented, it's well noted, and we need a change as to how we deliver housing, whether that be in relation to 1- and 2-bed properties in order to support families and households to be able to downsize if they so wish to do so. They shouldn't be forced to downsize where they do not wish to do so. We need to continue to build sustainable communities, as the Minister has said before, in that regard. In context of speaking to the amendments, we did table an amendment, Amendment number 4, which we would have liked a future minister to have the power through regulation, which would have been subject to affirmative resolution of this House, to change the end date as necessary or appropriate. But I don't think that we can ignore the uncertainty around these institutions when considering these amendments. Therefore, we will support Amendment number 1, Amendment number 5 and number 7. Had we not have had the uncertainty around these institutions and also the fanfare as to whether we will have an institutions at post-election, we would have been pressing members to support Amendment number 4 and to provide that agility to a future minister. It is right and proper and important that we have the review mechanism in place, and I commend the members who have put forward amendments, and I think it was inevitable through our various discussions, the many times that these issues had been raised at our committee. The passion and enthusiasm of each member was notable. Nobody was denying that we needed to extend the mitigations. Where there was disagreement as to the period of time in which these mitigations should be extended to, I am on record as trying to come up with a plan to unlock the deadlock that we had at the Executive of suggesting a period of 10 years. But we're all cognizant of the fact that the mitigations will need to be in place for decades. That is the reality. That is the fundamental reality. There's nobody across this House that I have spoken to, whether outside this House or inside, that believes that we will not need the bedroom tax, the social sector size criteria, bedroom tax mitigations for many, many years to come. So it is right and proper, and we will support Amendment number 1, 5 and 7. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.